And so I just want to start out right out of the gate of why is subsea cable maintenance a key issue in the industry currently?
Yeah, perhaps I can take that. Um,
Please. Yeah.
yeah, this report or paper really germinated out of some other work I was doing. And it really comes about because the maintenance side of cables is really at the intersection of a number of macro environmental factors and also internal factors associated with the industry. The first point factor being there's a significant investment in new cable systems coming, and I'm sure Alan will talk
Mm,
about that a bit more. At the same time, for those of us who are a bit older and were around in the dot-com bubble, again, at that stage, late 90s to 2000s, we had a huge amount of cable systems deployed in the oceans. Now
mhm,
they're getting to their end of service life, so we expect to
mm,
see a bunch of these legacy systems coming up for retirement or decommissioning. Um, Another factor is really we have an aging vessel fleet. And we have a global fleet of assets of about 61 ships. A number of those, or about 24 of those, I think, from memory, are in the cable maintenance sector. Um, Overall, the aging fleet is a concern. We're not getting consistent
mhm,
reinvestment in these assets. Um, so by default, we are looking to adjacent market sectors, the oil and gas industry, etc., and
mm,
purchasing second-hand ships um, of a number of years of age already and converting them to take up telecom duties, particularly in
mm,
the maintenance
mhm,
side of things. From an external point of view, we have a lot more government scrutiny on the resilience of this
mm,
critical infrastructure. Governments in the last few years have been designating subsea cables as critical infrastructure of national security
right.
importance. Um, and particularly of importance is the global digital transformation of the economy. So a lot more government scrutiny and certainly
Mhm,
media scrutiny too, with events such as the Nord Stream pipeline and the cable
right.
issues in the Baltic and around Taiwan. Um, and the last point I think is quite important is certainly in my work, and I think Alan would agree in his work, we're finding a number of governments don't really understand the challenges of the
Mhm,
cable maintenance sector, but also they lack an education on how these sort of private agreements work. So to educate a broader group of stakeholders across our ecosystem was quite important. So that was another reason why
right.
we thought this was timely to do. So to increase that stakeholder knowledge.